a millennial like me, or just kind of, I guess, someone under 40. Shit, I guess that's young now for me. Um, if you were under that age while you were getting into the workforce, your parents or your grandparents probably also told you, work hard because that's what gets you promoted. That's what pays off. Hard work pays off, and you'll do good things, and people will recognize your work. The problem is that it's based in nothing, because what they just heard that saying, and then they did it, and then they just repeated it without actually thinking about, okay, if I do hard work, does anyone see it? If you're working for a company, like I've worked for a lot of companies. I've worked for grocery stores, I've worked for old folks' homes, I've worked as a janitor, I've worked in gyms, I have worked in gas stations. I've worked for a lot of corporations, a lot of places that are kind of chain stores, you could say. Um, so I've worked really hard. I am not someone that slacks. I am someone that you got time to lean, you got time to clean. I don't sit still. I work very hard. But the thing is, it doesn't actually matter. The reason why I work hard is because it makes me feel better, not because I'm trying to get anywhere. But the thing is, hard work does not pay off if no one sees it. If your manager that's above your direct manager doesn't know the difference when you're there versus when you're not going to get promoted. You're not going to get an extra raise. Well, first of all, you wouldn't get those anyway because they want to keep profits as high as possible, which means keeping your wage low. So the harder that you work, the more likely that you actually won't stand out, because no one's going to fucking hear about you. Because you know what's going to happen? Your manager is going to be like, oh, sweet. I can give this person more work. I don't have to do anything. I can just put my responsibilities on them. What's up, Trent? I can just put my responsibilities on them, and I can take all the credit. That's essentially what happens when you work hard for a company. The amount of recognition that you get stops at your first manager level. That's why hard work does not pay off. For some people, it can work. But here's why it works. Because they don't work for their manager. They go to the top manager. They talk to the people that are their boss's boss. That's how you get promoted. And actually, you don't even have to be good at work. All you have to be is charming. You just got to be part of the in-group. You just got to be someone that's friendly. Just one of the boys. Yeah, you have to be on the same sports team. You have to like the same things. Play the same games. Watch the same TV shows. Bob, I loved that episode last week. Have the same opinions as everyone else. That's how you get promoted. You can't be promoted by being different. Because if you're different, you're a threat. And if you're a threat, you can hurt profits. You might actually, even worse, make them look bad. And that's what they really don't want. A hard worker is actually their worst nightmare. Because someone that works hard, you know what happens? They outperform their manager. And then their boss goes, so why do I need you? Why do I need this manager? So what they're going to do is they're going to do their darndest to make sure that none of your hard work ever gets heard of beyond them. So if you want to get promoted, there's a lot of other fucking shiesty stuff that you can do to get promoted. I don't do that stuff because I don't give two shits about position or money. But I want to let other people know why it seems, because I've talked to a lot of my friends and people are just like, man, I've been working so hard, but I don't get any recognition. I haven't been able to get promoted. My last raise was only like 10 cents. It's like, well, it's made to be that way, buddy. It's made to be that way. How can you change it? Well, you can't. What you can do is vote with your dollars of the companies that you like. So, and you can also, if you join a company and you find out that it's crap and that it mistreats its employees, you tell everyone. Like I tell everyone about Amazon. Don't buy from Amazon. They mistreat their employees. They screw over the people that use their services to sell things. And Jeff Bezos is really just a piece of shit that does not need any more money. But I digress. The whole point of this is to tell you why working hard doesn't pay off. So, what does pay off? Showmanship. That's what really actually works. You have to do things at the right time to get the attention of people higher up, one level up above the target management that you want recognition from. If you want to get a promotion, you're gonna have to impress someone that just comes through every once in a while. If you're like me and you've worked at corporations, you kind of gotta impress the regional managers or whatever. But they're never impressed with hard work. They're impressed with personality. They're impressed with questions. Because fucking anyone can work hard. There's a lot of people that bust their butt every single day and they get nowhere. You have to show that you're one of the boys. That's how you kind of get lifted up. Because hard work only shows that you are competent. And if you are competent, as I said earlier, you are a threat to their job and their money. So don't work hard. Work just enough to survive. And then fuck work. Honestly. Real life begins the minute that you realize that time is precious. You don't have much of it. Don't waste it pursuing money. Don't waste it pursuing careers. Don't waste it trying to achieve a goal that once you get it means nothing. Because we're all going to die at some point. You could have millions of dollars. But on your deathbed, will you really care about how much you worked? The fact that you worked 90 hours a week? Spent no time with your friends and family? Felt no love? Shared no love? No. Don't work hard. Love hard. Play hard. Because our labor is already being stolen. The value of our labor is, we are getting a very small fraction of it from our paychecks. Unless you're a small business owner and you pretty much get exactly what you put in. If you work for a corporation, most of your labor is being stolen. So, how do we escape this? By not giving in to the temptation of buying their crap products. By not engaging with their stupid trends. By warning other people that there are deceivers out there. There are people out there that will do their best to manipulate you to get the most labor out of you as possible. Because it makes their life richer. It makes it to where they don't have to do work. So fuck off. Do whatever you want. Do just enough to keep your job. That's all you need. Oh, I'm glad you like it, Trent. This is just, 12 years of working for a bunch of different companies, different times, seeing different management styles, doing a lot of studying, doing a lot of reading, doing a lot of thinking, and a lot of observing. And then seeing that the people at the top don't hear about your hard work. They love that you work hard because you put more money into their pockets. So don't work hard. Don't give them more money. Fuck off. Have fun. Enjoy your stupid little life because this is all we got. And those fuckers that take all of the money from us, they don't deserve the highest quality labor. They don't deserve our best. They don't deserve our hard work. So, what can I say? Enjoy yourself at work. Don't steal. Don't do anything wrong. But also, when your manager asks you to do extra stuff, say no. You have the right to say no. You have the duty to say no. Because once you start saying yes to extra stuff and you're not getting any kind of compensation, you will be fucked for the rest of your life. Because everyone will step on you. I'm not saying being a dick to everybody and say no to everything. What I am saying, though, is don't be taken advantage of. Because corporations really want to. A lot of people really want to. But you are valuable, and your time is precious and short. Use it wisely. Peace.